Yo, what is up, Box Critters fans? This is Duke from the Box Critters Guild,
And I'm Andy from the Box Critters Bulletin.
and welcome to the second episode of the Box Critters cast. So we got a lot of cool news and updates in Box Critters over the last few days, such as the new room coming with it, or the new room that we just got in Experiment 3, the whole theme of space and the new kind of style or design that comes with it. We're also going to talk about some similarities between the space theme and Box Critters and what we've seen from Rocket Snail's upcoming board game, Hamsters in Infinite Space. And then we'll talk about what we can expect to see in the future, the lizard critter coming with Box Critters, and then the new items we've seen in the game and in the game files.
That is right. We got quite a bit of cool stuff to talk about today. But first, I do want to give a quick shout out to the Box Critters wiki. They are almost on 100 articles. Should be about 100 by the time Experiment 3 rolls around. We get some more content. And along with that, they have 3,688 edits. It's really, I have only 88 videos, so thinking about that many different edits is truly unbelievable.
Yeah,
They've done
insane.
such a great job. Yeah, just putting so much content out there. It's a great source of news. And guys, always make sure to check it out whenever something new happens. There will be a link for that in the description below.
Yeah, so the link to it is box-critters.fandom.com. So make sure you guys check it out. It's really nice to have, just a whole kind of website where all the history, all the items, everything just gets logged so we can see, we can look back and reminisce on it whenever we're in the future. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. There's so much information there. But now, guys, we want to lead into the question of the week. And guys, first off, we want to say thank you all for leaving some fantastic comments over the past week with this new first episode of the Box Critters cast. The support has been really tremendous. So thank you all for, all of the watching for our videos and such. But if you remember, our first question of the week was about membership. What do you guys think is the best way to do membership in Box Critters? And we got some great comments. The first one here is from Cutie Jaya, and her main points were that obviously when we were younger, we were kids and the internet was sort of new, and sort of the membership was sort of interesting to do. We weren't really used to sort of online payments and stuff, but now we're more teens and young adults and we can afford stuff like this. So we wouldn't really mind a monthly or yearly membership, she believes. So or even a seasonal membership. And she brought up the point, maybe instead of $40, maybe something like $5 to $20 if it's something like 4 months or 6 months. I really like the seasonal idea. What do you think about that, Juke?
Yeah, like I'm kind of, we don't know exactly what the age group is going to be for Box Critters, so we don't know like if having a monthly or a yearly is the best one. But I do agree with her point that there are a lot of older teens now in this community, so they wouldn't mind. They might have more access to their own money. So, but regardless, I would love to see like a monthly membership, kind of like a seasonal one for sure.
Yeah, very good. Do you want to read the next one?
So the next one we got is from Joey Jones. So I really appreciate this comment. He said, I hope something like a 1-year membership and you repay or decide to stop it after that year. So again, we have like a contradicting comment now. It's cool to see like a massive differences in people's opinion, massive diverse
totally.
opinions. It's really cool. So yeah, you're thinking you want a 1-year membership and you repay or decide to stop it after that year. So the thing about that is I wouldn't know if a yearly membership would be good, because then you'd be paying a lot more money in one go, and people don't really like committing to a whole yearly thing. So some people might kind of go, I'll pay for the monthly membership for the first month, see how it goes, and then if I like it or whatever, then I'll keep going. So that would be my 2 cents on it anyway.
Yeah, I remember with Club Penguin, we had the monthly option, or I think sometimes like 3 months or 6 months, and of course just pay all at one lump sum for the year. So totally something like that could work.
Yeah,
we also got another comment from Last Flick, and they brought up a very interesting point here about bringing up a discussion about where is the line between membership and non-membership. So
yeah.
Club Penguin, they brought up the fact where Puffles was a good example. Obviously, members could have many, many more Puffles, but non-members could get the two Puffles, the red one and the blue one. So that type of allowing the non-members still to have content and not just completely barring them from so many features, I think that was a really good point to bring up.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because it's kind of the same when we're looking at like a battle pass, a seasonal pass.
Yeah.
You normally have like a free a free version, and then you would have like the premium kind of version. So I don't mind as long as it's like a cosmetic type of thing where you might be able to unlock more cosmetics if you're paying for a membership. What if you're just a free member? I mean, in Club Penguin, there were some rooms during parties that you wouldn't be able to access at all if you weren't a member. So I think that was a little bit too far. So for me, I kind of agree that there has to be a line. Where is the line? For me, it's personally just cosmetics would be the line. Everyone can experience everything, but if you're paying for a membership, maybe you might get like a few more extra cosmetics or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the next comment that we have is from Stuff Folder. So he says that he thinks membership should add bonuses to players who are very interested in the game. He's used like his example before when he thinks about an ideal membership would be RuneScape, comes to his mind, and he thinks a membership similar to RuneScape would unlock more quests and not block every quest except one. So I mean that kind of goes into the previous one where we're saying like is where is the line and like what type of things do you get by being a member and what don't you get by not being a member.
Yeah, the quest thing is a good comment, I'd say. I mean, it would be good to, obviously everybody can do quests, but I wouldn't really have a problem with, say, members could do, more quests and such, as long as there's still enough content for the non-members, just so, if you do want to pay more, you can always just have more content. So that was a very good idea there.
Yes, because I mean, like quests are kind of like might be the main thing in Box Critters, so I definitely think that everyone should be able to experience quests.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you brought up cosmetics just a bit ago, and Vanner sort of said the same thing. He talked about membership. He wouldn't mind it if it was for purely cosmetic. And he also brought up that, the membership should be cosmetic because it should not be pay to win. And that's a huge point here, and something we really didn't have to think about with Club Penguin because there was no like quests or, PvP. So it's a whole different realm we're going into here. I don't know how Rocket Snail will do it, but there's going to have to be a lot of consideration here, but considering there's going to be, different types of strength and, skills and such. The opportunities for items are endless, and that could definitely lead to memberships that could be pay to win. So I hope he does not go that way, and he rather does cosmetics.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously you want to, for membership, you want to have something that's going to appeal to people and encourage them to buy this membership. So, but you also don't want to have things that are going to affect and upset people who can't buy the membership. So they might feel like, oh, I don't want to play this game now because I can't afford the membership, and all these guys are getting higher tiered weapons and stronger weapons, etc., and I can't because I can't afford to. So as long as like cosmetically and all that kind of stuff, that makes more sense, so that both players have equal standing ground, really. And then the next comment that we have is from Cloydless. He says he plays Fortnite and really likes how there is a battle pass every season, so he would definitely prefer that.
The themes of the seasons, I feel like they could add a sense of, excitement and hype that a monthly membership really would not bring. Just another month, another time to, pay the bill, whether or while with a seasonal pass, it could really build up the hype that I think would really benefit the game, both for financial reasons for the developers and also just to get players more interested.
Yeah, and I think it'd be kind of cool to have seasonal parties, etc. Like we used to have parties in Club Penguin. And it'd be cool to kind of bring that idea into a seasonal kind of thing in Box Critters. And then the thing is, like, the battle pass isn't like this. The seasonal pass that we buy isn't about the season. Like, the whole game is about this new season, and everyone can access this new season. But just by upgrading to a premium version of this seasonal membership, you just get more items. That would be how I think it should be.
I think that would be very good. This last question here was from Balbadom, and it was very interesting. I think we're so used to virtual worlds being such a monthly membership system that this one sort of very, very interested me. So he thought of the idea of you just pay membership once for life, not for the game itself. You could always be a non-member, but a membership price, for example, say $35, and then you're always a member. And then he also brought up the fact maybe physical toys and other merch, maybe a code system for other items. So this is getting into, what Rocket Snail wanted with, the toys and stuff to be other forms of revenue for the game. But I think the prospect of a one-time membership, sort of like Minecraft, if Minecraft had a free play, that would be very, very interesting. And I don't know if that would make people more excited to buy membership or least excited. I think it would be kind of kind of a pro for me, because it's like once I buy it one time, then I'm good to go for the rest of the game. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I mean, like when you think about a lot of games, you're purchasing the game for the game. So you'd be paying like let's say 65, $70 for like like let's say a console game. And then obviously Box Critters is going to be free to play, so there's no purchases that you need to get the game. So I can understand where like a one-time membership I guess would work. It would have to. The main thing that would matter is what price this would be, because will people be able to pay upfront this amount of money? But I do agree that a one-time kind of membership, like you pay it once, and once you pay it, you're sorted for the rest of the time you're playing the game, and you won't have to worry about bills coming in every month and losing your membership, etc. So yeah, I think it would work, I guess.
There's so many different options here, and once again, guys, thank you all so much for these comments. There's so in depth, so many of them, so we really appreciate that. But this leads into our next question of the week. For next episode, we want to know what you guys are excited about for Experiment 3. In particular, what type of space elements are you very excited about? Is it the new room that we're going to talk about, the maybe space items that could be coming, any other elements, maybe quests, or the storyline that we might get? Who knows? We want to hear what you guys think about this whole space theme, because it's quite a different change from our pirate tavern. So we are very excited to hear it from you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure you guys comment below. We really, really enjoyed like reading all of your comments. We were so happy to see everyone was engaging a lot. We had 83 comments
It's
in the
great.
video. It's insane. So yeah, thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. Looking forward to your comments down below as well. And we're gonna shout people out next week. So yeah, this
Absolutely.
this pretty much leads us on to the next part, which is
Yep.
the room that we got for Experiment 3, because Experiment 3 has officially started. So we got the space, like a space room, instead of the pirate island that we were first expecting. So what do you think about that,
Yes.
Andy?
What a change. I mean, I wasn't expecting space until he said, no critter, where no critter has gone before on Twitter.
Mm,
But wow, I mean, I thought originally that we were looking at a concept art of the new room, but what really it is just a new art style, and really it's very nice. It's a different change of pace, but it's very. I love science fiction and that kind of stuff, so this really hits me in my Star Wars senses. I think it's very cool. What do you think about it?
So yeah, I really like the design of this. I know the design behind the spaceship is the same artist that is working on Mech Mice, so you can actually kind of see the similarities. And then it's quite different from the tavern. So I wasn't expecting it all. I was expecting like an island that we are going to pop up with the same sort of style as the tavern. This took me by surprise. I'm actually quite happy with it. I really like how weren't expecting it at all. It was a massive surprise. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, totally. And I did speak with Rocket Snail last night, and I asked him, so obviously this is a new design. Was this intentional, or is this just because it was the new artist, like you said? And Rocket Snail did say it is intentional, and the reason for this is the tavern was to excite all of the old Club Penguin players, of course, and now we're moving into the true Box Critters style. So I guess this is what more we can expect in the future for different types of rooms. It will be exciting to see different types of environments, really, with this type of style. Obviously this is very metallic, and I feel like the art style really works well for that, but I'm curious what maybe like a forest or something more
Mm.
natural could look like with this type of art.
Yeah. So like he said, he has one team working on the Pirate Island and the Raccoons Guild, and then another team working on the space theme. Um, and so originally the tavern was to excite older Club Penguin players, like you said, and now we're starting to move into Box Critters art. So I'm kind of really looking forward to seeing the new kind of rooms that we see. That are in this new art style, that we get to explore this new art style, because we don't know, this is just experiments, so what we see now can be completely different in a year's time. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the art style kind of develops into itself as well, you know.
Absolutely. And Experiment 3, this of course this is just the start of it with this first room, but we're also going to get some more rooms of this ship. And
Mm-hmm.
Rocket Snail did give me some pieces of concept art last night when I was talking to him about this. So in the main one where you can see the outside of the ship, we are in that little front circle piece. So I guess we're in like the teleport bridge area where it beamed us up or something. And obviously there's so much more of that ship that we can explore. We can see also like and other rooms and the concept art, like a power crystal room, rooms that have hamster tubes and hamster wheels. That's going to be really cool. I wonder if we'll be able to interact with them maybe someday when the game gets more developed. But I mean, I love the design of seeing the hamster wheel everywhere on the exterior of the ship. That's such an interesting design.
Yeah, this kind of confuses me though, because obviously the hamsters are originally pirate hamsters, right? And
Yes.
then we were
Yeah.
like, and we were expecting, we're all pirates. We're gonna randomly show up on this random pirate island, and we're gonna explore the island. And all of a sudden, boom! Now we're in space on a spaceship, and it's like looking at this concept art. You can see all the hamster tubes, the inner workings going outside the ship, going inside. It's just I really think it's really cool, the whole idea of a hamster like space, space people who like love going into space. Like I think the whole theme of that is pretty cool, especially the hamster wheels, like how this is generating power from, we see like a moon rock or whatever. So yeah, for me, this is like it took me by surprise, but I really love the way this works, for sure.
But you are all right though. It's like obviously we don't have any critters yet, but
Hmm.
seeing this design of the ship, obviously very hamster oriented with the hamster tubes and such,
Yeah.
that sort of leads like, well, we were pirates though. Why are we now like in space? Are we space pirates? Or
Yeah.
I mean, the real reason I feel like, so obviously these are some concepts, as you can see with the different hamster designs from his old game called the Hamsters in Infinite Space, which,
Hmm.
or it's still a game in development by his
Yeah. Yeah.
board game company, Games. But you can see, obviously very much similarities in these items, but especially in the one concept art of an old, or of the room that we were basically in. I mean, it's almost like an exact replica of the first room, the bridge room that we see now. You can see the command stuff, the computers, and everything.
Yeah. So I mean, this is where we can kind of take a look at hamsters in infinite space, and we can kind of take guesses of what we might see. So, I mean, originally for this board game, this is the hamster ship, and we see the hamster tubes. We see the hamster wood shavings on the floor in the room and box critters, and then in this concept art, you can also see the wood shavings as well. So this is the exact room. I'm like it looks the exact same. It's pretty cool. But I mean, we're in box critters, we're hamster pirates, so I'm wondering where this is going. Is he going to like what we were going to talk about in a little bit, we're going to talk about lizards. They're going to come into the conversation. So I was
Right.
thinking possibly that the lizards are going to be space lizards, and this is their ship. But then you kind of look at it and you're like, well, why are there wood shavings on the floor? So we don't really know where this is going yet.
It's really up in the air right here. Lots of questions to be asked, but this really gets me excited. One, because in the description on the Box Critters website now, it does say that more rooms are coming to Experiment 3, I guess to fill out more of the spaceship. But I also am really excited for other items that we could see with the Hamsters in Infinite Space theme. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen things with like little space guns and almost like walkie-talkies. I hope for like a astronaut helmet. I mean, there's so many opportunities here that would just be so cool.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many, like we see in one of these images, we see the hamsters wearing the spacesuits, the red and the blue one. We also see another kind of brown one, so maybe we might end up seeing that one in the game. But I really like these walkie-talkies that we might have, or the laser blasters as well. So I'm sure like we've seen a lot of pirate items in the game. Because originally we thought we were going to a pirate island, and now we're randomly in space. So I presume we're going to be seeing loads of space items as well. But for in the previous slide, you'll see there's two ships, and one of them is shooting the other ship, and this kind of gets me excited for quests, because this means, are we gonna have like originally we were thinking of exploring an island, but now we're in space. So is there going to be like space wars? Because I mean, in
Oh
last
man,
yeah,
yeah.
in the last episode, we were talking about how we'd be in the sea, and then like the Kraken would come in a quest, and we'd have to fight the Kraken. But now, as we can see in this concept art, there's a ship shooting another spaceship. So maybe we might have really cool space wars or something as a type of a quest.
Totally. Yes, and he has said in the past when people have asked, like, are there going to be wars between ships? And previously he was talking about, or we were talking about, the pirate ships, but spaceships would apply to that too, I would assume. And he wasn't obvious. This is so early in the game, but it sounded like the opportunity for that was open. So imagine, just against a friend or whatever, playing and having a game of like fighting in your own ship. That would just be so cool. I would not. It's hard for me to imagine that right now, considering I'm still very much in the feel of Club Penguin, but
Yeah.
who knows what to expect.
This just means that the universe can, this whole Box Critters universe can be a lot bigger than we think, because we already have two different worlds, the Pirate Island and space so far. So it's kind of, I'm excited how these are gonna blend together, because we kind of know that each different kind of room like has a theme to it, and the theme kind of comes with a critter. So we know like the pirate theme comes with the pirate hamsters. And then we were thinking that this new island that we were going to was gonna bring the beaver critter, because we saw that was teased in game, like a week or so ago, and now we're in space, and yesterday we just got these lizard critters.
That's
So
right.
yeah, so I mean, this probably means that this might be like the lizard. These might be space lizard critters, and we unlock these critters now because we're in space.
Yeah, I don't know what the I was very shocked by this last night, the reasoning for seeing these guys. I was thinking that we were gonna get a beaver tomorrow or last night, but
Yeah.
these guys came along, and what were their names? You had like Zork, Zerg, and Zolt, I believe.
Yep.
And what was very cool, thanks again to Rocket Snail, he did give me the opportunity to become a lizard critter for a little bit, and
That's
it was
crazy.
very, very fun to run around and speak their little Zorp language or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the story, for how these guys could connect. Maybe we're visiting their planet with our ship or something. But I am curious, what do you think about the design? Because this is the first time we're seeing the full sprite of the lizard with the tail and everything. So what do you think?
Yeah, so originally, in your interview, Andy, with Papa D, he was saying how, with certain items like head items, it was hard to put on like the blue toque, because these are kind of smaller head items, but the hamster ears would show above it. So
Yeah.
he was thinking of a way that he gets rid of like the ears when you're wearing a certain item. So your critter will actually have no ears while wearing a certain head item. So you can kind of see where he's worked on this a little bit, where you can see the horns are separate to the actual body. So these are pretty, as you can see, detachable, which means that I think if you're going to be wearing a head item, these horns aren't going to be on your critter. So I think that they've kind of sorted out a way of of having extruding items from these critters work with all the items.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea too, for the cleanliness of the designs, in case or so nothing's sticking out of anywhere. But it does look like that there was a bit of a glitch last night. I don't know if he knew it was going to happen or not, but the horns were not on the lizard critter's head yet, even if there was no head item. So I'm assuming that will be fixed pretty soon. By the time it is released, however it is. But I'm very happy with the design. It was sort of I sort of found it a little odd at first, but it actually fits very well in the game.
Yeah, and I didn't expect these. Like we still don't know what these lizards are, but we can take a wild guess and say they are space lizards, where they're probably invading our ship, and it kind of something like that. And it kind of, when you said, Rocket Snail turned me into a lizard, that kind of just made me think, in the previous picture that we saw, the laser zappers. It just made me think of all these lizards taking over the hamster spaceship with zappers, shooting all the zapping all the hamsters and turning them into lizards.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, who knows what the story could be? I mean, there could be really, really anything, and that would be very cool. Cool quest to introduce the lizard critter someday or something. I do want to mention other things that Rocket Snail told me last night. He did say that for future, obviously with Experiment 3 here, the more content will be coming out. He said Papa D is on a steady pace of 3 new items a week, so that's very awesome to hear. Obviously, the rooms take more time to make than items because they're so much bigger and more detail. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes to get those other rooms. Hopefully, we get sort of pace there as well. And along with that, he did say that the game that we've heard about for quite a while, but really haven't heard much content about, he says it's looking good, got the first multiplayer prototype done today, and his next goal, with this really excites me, is the questing system. So much to unpack there, really. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I mean, originally the mini game was going to be in this pirate island that we're going to, but now, of course, we're not in the pirate island. We are now in space. And he was saying that he was going to keep the world small and just stay to one room for the moment. But now, as you can see, like we're able to type join bridge, join tavern, and we can go in between. We can go in between two rooms. So I'm not too sure if we're gonna if we have to expect to just have this room, or if we're going to stay having both of these rooms. And then he said that the minigame is he might stick the minigame back into the tavern then, rather than having it in on the pirate island, as the pirate island isn't ready yet.
Yeah, I do hope that he does stick with this system of having the command system, or if a door ever works, just to have multiple rooms. Because I would be pretty sad to lose the tavern for a while. I get that it would be back, but yeah, I don't know. Especially when there's more rooms coming, it would be cool to be able to switch back and forth with everything.
Yeah, and then that means like his next goal is the questing system. So that means we might be able to expect quests in maybe Experiment 4, if that's the next thing he's going to be working on, or maybe it might be a part of Experiment 3, maybe the very end of Experiment 3. And he said the first quest is actually going to take place on the spaceship that we're in right now.
Yeah, that is so exciting to me. I was thinking questing would be a little more while off. Obviously, I don't know when Experiment 4 will begin, but the fact that that is the next goal after this and the mini game, that's very cool. I don't know. I mean, I wonder how the questing would actually work. I haven't played too many questing games in the past, but really the way I picture it, I don't know if you've ever played Adventure Quest Worlds. That's sort of like sort of a similar design to, like, sort of a 2D theme of everything, and you're talking to people along the way. It will be cool if there's like non-playable characters in the ship.
Yeah, so I mean, we're expecting more rooms for the spaceship, as we showed in the previous concept images. The spaceship is pretty big. The room that we're in right now is tiny, so we can definitely expect to see loads more rooms in the ship. So I'm sure we'll go through this main door that you see, and we'll go into another room. Hopefully, like you said, there's going to be like computer generated characters that we get to talk to that might give us hints of what room that we need to go and search for something. Maybe we need to like search for a location of where where our tavern is. Maybe we're lost on this ship, taken over by these lizards, and we need to find a way home. So maybe we need to find like a key or a location of where our tavern is. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these quests are going to work.
That would be very cool if we could like find some sort of item in the ship or something to, keep the quest going. I don't know. There's so many opportunities here, along with the quest, and just with the quest, who knows what we'll receive, whether it's some sort of currency system or an item system. Who knows? I don't know. But that does sort of lead into our last segment today, about sort of a roundup of all of the different items that we've been getting to view in the past week or so.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have a lot of these items are pirate items, because we thought we were going to go to a pirate island. So we see that we have another pirate hat with a feather on it. We have a pirate bandana, which looks really cool. It's one of my favorites. And we have another pirate hat that seems like it has hair coming at the side,
Yes.
and an earring on the side as well.
It's I'm so glad to finally see hair. I've been curious to see what it could look like in Box Critters. I too really like the bandana. I thought the little I don't know if it's like a little pearl or something, the green bead, a very nice touch. Obviously a lot of vibes from the Club Penguin design of the red bandana, but a nice unique touch to it. I like the feather one as well, and of course the original design is probably still one of my favorites. It's just so classic looking. I think it's just very nice.
Yeah, I love the skull with the bones. I love that logo. It's pretty cool.
It is.
But I mean,
yeah.
so then we obviously have the black hoodie and the pink hoodie. The pink hoodie was released on Mother's Day. I think that's code /thanks mom. So
Yep.
you guys can redeem that if you haven't already. And we have the blue spacesuit, which is there, which we received as well. That's the free item, am I right?
Yes, and it's the science officer. I really like that name. I hope there is a we get the yellow or the brownish yellow suit,
Mm.
the space suit as well, because I'm curious what kind of um job that the other person could have. Maybe it's like a commander instead of just like a space outfit or something. Because I think in the one picture we may have saw the yellow one sitting in the main, the yellow shirt sitting in the main command chair in the spaceship room.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's I'm excited to see if there's going to be like a type of lore in the game or a story where we like. I mean, we have loads of concept art right now of hamsters in infinite space. So I'd love to see if ever more like concept art starts being released on box critters that kind of shows a story of what's going on. Like, why are we in space right now? Like, it's very random that we just randomly appear in space. So it would be nice to get a bit of context of why we're here, and then it kind of gives us like, I mean, like you're saying, it was these spacesuits have different roles, so it'd be nice to find out what these roles are, and then when we're kind of doing role play, we can, some of the critters can wear the red one, some of the critters can wear the brown one if that comes in, and kind of wear the right outfits to what role you're playing in a quest.
That would be so cool. Oh my gosh. Just to get in like a party with everybody and each have your own, your role, your outfit.
Mm.
That would be very, very fun. One item that I am very excited for is the snorkel, because we haven't really gotten too many face items before. I believe, is it just the white and black 3D glasses?
Yeah, they're the only ones we have so
Wow.
far.
So I think that would just look so good with the rubber duck and with my propeller cap. I really want to see what that would
Yeah.
look like. I think that'd be a great summer look.
Yeah, we did see the one of the lizards or alien lizards, whatever you want to call them. We did see one of them wearing it yesterday. So who
Yes.
knows? Maybe that, I know that all they were speaking was some weird space language. So hopefully they're able
Bookstore.
to, yeah, that hopefully they're able to translate how to get this item if they know how.
Right. Um, I am so excited for these items. I don't know if you mentioned the red pirate coat. I think it looks so good with
Mm.
the gold sort of little outline on it, and also the big belt on the other pirate body item. It brings so many memories back from the big belt we got from Rock Hopper, I believe,
Yeah,
way back. That was an old item, but I love that item too.
yeah. I actually just realized that right now. That is like the belt item,
Very
from
similar.
Rocket. Yeah, I really like that. I mean, we have all these like captain kind of outfits. This is kind of the first outfit that we see that's more like a crew member outfit, like a
Yeah,
more of a
exactly.
casual pirate crew member, which I really like. I really like this one. I probably might be wearing this one a lot. And we see there's trousers on this one, and there aren't on the other ones.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, like we don't know if the trousers are going to be a separate item or if it's going to be one item that, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to mix and match trousers then, but I kind of I like the whole look of this. If this was just one body item, I'd still be really happy with it.
Yeah. I think it is all one based on how the files look. But yeah, it is interesting that we finally do have a pants item to go along with the upper half of the body items. Yeah, I don't know. This would also go very well with the eye patch. Very nice. I am glad that he sort of upgraded the look of the eye patch with a little bit of a, I guess, a gradient, sort of like a light gray to a dark,
Yeah.
just to add some more texture to it.
Yeah, it looks nice. The only thing about it is he asked like, "Oh, what do you think about the eye patch?" on Twitter, and a lot of people were responding saying that they wanted to see the nose appear above the eye patch. And to
The
be
nose
honest,
of
yeah,
what?
loads of people wanted to see
So,
the nose appear in front of the eye patch. If that would make sense.
oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I guess technically it would be sort of in front.
Yeah. So I mean, that wouldn't be too. That's not hard. I think the way that he is making these items is by not exactly sorting out individual parts in front of each other. It's kind of more like
Yeah.
he'll just delete like he'll put an indent into the eye patch so that the nose would show. Like, I honestly, it's not a massive deal at all. Like, I'm really excited for the
Oh
eye
yeah,
patch.
yeah.
But that's my 2 cents. I'd feel like it should the nose should appear in front. But like we don't know. We
Yeah.
don't even know if we're going to get these items because originally everything was pirate themed because we were on a pirate ship. We're going to a pirate island, and now we're in
Yeah, it
space.
might be a while.
So now, now it might be a while until we get all these pirate items. We may start seeing space items turning into the game because I know Papa D is working on three's on the pace of I think adding 3 items a week now into the game.
Yep.
So I mean, we
Yep,
could
yep.
be expecting to see some space items really, really soon.
Yeah, and one item that really could go well with some role playing in space is the black headphones, which a very very nice item. The gold or the yellowy gold touch of the little microphone part and the top portion of it,
Yeah.
very nice. It's just a very quality item.
Yeah, so I do believe these are ready to go. I think
They are,
Icy has
yes.
them right now from the Box Critters Discord, Discord
Yeah.
Critters. They are thinking they're going to
And
be giving this away on the Box Critters Live YouTube channel once the Discord hits 3,000 members, I think.
1,000. We got about probably like 650, I think, to go until we hit
Mhm.
that. So we'll get there. It might be a little bit, but yeah, I'm excited to get those.
Yeah, me too. And I'm just noticed that we didn't really talk about. We obviously had the pink hoodie, but we don't have the black hoodie yet. But I'm really really excited for the black hoodie. This was one of the items that I wore a lot in Club Penguin. It was kind of like the most
Oh,
standard
yes.
item that everyone had and everyone
Totally.
wore. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Probably one of the most classic recurring items that could be gotten all the time. Everybody seemed to wear a black hoodie, and they really went with everything. So it made sense why it was a very nice item in Club Penguin, and I think it will probably live up to that standard here as well.
Yeah. So I mean, this item is kind of more fitting for maybe an island or something when we're just exploring, but I like see what I'm really excited for is kind of like the role play and the whole lore and
Oh,
everything's
totally.
themed. So I'm like
Yes.
especially looking forward to like the black hoodie is cool and everything, but it's really casual. It's like a casual clothing item. But I'm like really excited to get more space items. So you actually look like a space explorer and you're on a mission doing quests with your friends. Like that's what I'm most excited for.
100%. And one thing I did forget to mention here before was the duck item was actually, I thought, a huge improvement compared to Club Penguin in terms of how it's worn, because you can now wear a body item with the duck item, which is, I guess, sort of considered a belt or a waist item. I'm not really sure what the official name is yet. But that's huge. I mean, the type of creative opportunity now for different types of body items and waist items to be worn at the same time really could just bring so many different styles to box critters.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting a lot more customizable options. So I mean, normally you would like have a head item, and you would think that headphones are a head item, but they're actually not because you can wear like the Bluetooth with the headphones as well. So we actually have a head
Yes.
item, we have an ear item, a body item, and we don't have feet item yet. Like we don't really know how that's gonna work. Like we don't have feet, but we may end up seeing a trouser item or something. And then we obviously have like this belt kind of category as well. So I'd love to see like what type of way the inventory interface is gonna work, if like what the categories are.
Yes, I am too. I'm very, I feel like there's going to be a lot of different options there, way more than we had in Club Penguin. And speaking of creativity, like I did before, is there anything more creative than a pickle hat?
Still,
The best for last.
I cannot believe this is coming to the game.
It's actually happening, a pickle hat.
Like obviously we see this here with not much detail, but I'm pretty sure that was just for Rocket Snail to see, did we want the pickle hat to look like you cut the top off and you're wearing it as a helmet, or if you just want to wear the entire pickle
The whole
on your
pickle,
head.
the whole thing. And it was an overwhelmingly agreement, it looked like, on Twitter, that people wanted the left design of the one with the whole pickle on his head. I have to agree. I think the other one sort of looks almost like a green hairpiece.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's so weird. It's kind of creepy. There has been an update to this. It's now in the files, actually,
Yeah.
where there's some more texture on it, and it looks exactly like it is. It's just a giant pickle on your head.
It's all so much texture in it. It's hilarious. Like I cannot wait for people to be taking role play so seriously in this game when they're all decked out in their space outfits or their pirate outfits, and then you're always just gonna have that one guy wearing the pickle hat to just ruin everything. Pickle. It's gonna be hilarious.
It's going to be fantastic. I am so when this launches for the first time and literally everyone's wearing a pickle hat, it is going to be amazing. Just to see that, I don't even know what to call it. It's just incredibly odd.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this at all. I mean, originally, it was brought up in Twitter as like a meme.
Yeah.
and then people were like, "We want pickle hat. We want pickle hat." I think it was Vanilla. And then I saw him doing it, and I was like, "Okay, I'm getting on top of this. This is going to be hilarious." And we were like, "Pickle hat for the beta hat." And I'm super like it's really cool to see that. As ridiculous as this request was, Rocket Snail was still listening to the community and seeing what they wanted.
Totally.
I just find it hilarious how Papa D had to sit down and design a pickle hat for a job.
For
like
a long time, having to texture and create this pickle.
Yeah, well, what are you doing today, Dad? I'm drawing a pickle hat. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, it is amazing, and yeah, it really just shows the responsiveness and activity that Rocket Snail is putting into the community. I think it's really what's making the community so excited, and just making the hype around the game so much more increased. Just to see like even the weirdest item like a pickle hat is now going to be in box creators at some point.
It's hilarious. It's really nice to see how much kind of control and not control, just input and effect the community has on this game so far. Like Rocket Snail is doing such a good job of listening to the community and seeing what they like. He's so active on Twitter. He's always replying to people. So it's really nice. This is kind of like the pickle hat coming into the game. It kind of signifies how involved the community is, you know?
100%, absolutely. We have so many cool items just here so early in the game's only been out for February 8th, just a couple months now. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's just the fact that we already have like 30 and more items coming. I'm so excited for the future just to see what other types of items come, and when we get more different classes of critters as well, what their items will look like.
Yeah, because originally when we were having Experiment 2, when we were having items coming, I wasn't expecting to get so many items and so many different styles and themes. I thought we were going to get like 6 items, and we were going to test to see if the item and inventory kind of the workings of it was working properly. I wasn't expecting us to get a whole variety of items every week, and it's really, really cool.
Absolutely. And guys, I think we're gonna probably wrap it up about here. We've gone through everything that we've had planned. So thank you all for watching, and also remember our new question of the week for next week. Leave a comment down below what types of elements and space you're really excited about, items, rooms, quests, maybe in the future, anything like that. We'd love to hear. Any final words, Juke?
Yeah, like I'm just so pleased at how the last week's episode did. I was not expecting it to do so well. We got so many comments of people, doing the question of the week, which meant that you guys were listening throughout the podcast. So I'm super happy with the response from the community. You guys are seeming to really enjoy it. I'm definitely enjoying recording this with Andy. So yeah, guys, make sure you answer the question of the week. Put it in the comments below. We'll shout you out in next week's episode. And I think that's pretty much everything.
Hey, thank you guys so much again. Like Juke said, it's been great, all the support. It really means the world to us. And guys, we will see you in the next episode.
See you guys.
Have a good one.